Hello everyone, welcome to that Band Geek Plays Sunless Skies, not Size, because this game is nothing to sigh about. Actually, it just received its brand new Wayfarer update, which includes everything, everything like a completely rigged Avalon, many new story events for the gods of the sky, new stuff for your officers, and you just get new story content for pretty much everything. There's a new food for the dead, and there's a balance patch for terror and crew recruitment, which was needed. So grab your coffee, grab your glasses, because we're diving in and playing some Sunless Skies. This is some new person who I just pulled up. His name is Captain O'Connor, and he's a badass. Now, because I'm doing this, you know what, I figured why not? Let's just go through and play. This is going to be a lot like Sunless Skies, which actually will be getting an update soon. I know it's been a while and I've been kind of iffy on it. Don't worry, I remember where we left off. We left off at Ant, and I know where I'm going. So, let's start by exploring. Actually, I'll say that. Let's start by turning some game volume down. Holy crap, is that really loud or what? There we go. And welcome to Wolvesy Station, the clamoring central station of New Winchester, a place of steam and smut and thundering iron. Here you can find people willing to pay for a skilled captain's service. Now, like Sunless Seas, you feel open? I did rig myself a bit. That's the thing. I did. Profile. And this is just because I'm not really going for, yeah, let's go on an adventure. Or I'm not really like, I'm not wanting to grind honey, really, or going to throw tea parties in Port Avon. So, yeah. Yeah, this is literally, I'm just going for... Oh. I'm just going for a nice little thing. So welcome to exploring the city. A smoggy, clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic heart of the Reach. An ever-expanding port of soot-smudged glass and bright steel spilling across a drifting, mist-wrapped archipelago. Its factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with the hammers and hiss of steam. Locomotives chug into sidings for repair, or flare across the sky away into the high wilderness. Let's visit the Promise of Days. Old pistons gleam on the walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky. The clientele raise their voices to be heard above the comforting clamor of the adjacent engine yards. Let's ask them how to make our fortune through trade. Ah, the Didact says, fiddling with his innumerable talismans. An essential to topic. Meg slides you a stool. The captain shuffle around and make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink of their own invention. It's violent and foggy. The pluck baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. Let's start asking about markets. You can sell practically anything at a big trade hub like New Winchester, the Baroness answers. If you want to buy low, you'll need to travel to more distant ports, each specialized with a particular export. Meg spits chewing tobacco on the floor. No money in buying at market prices and selling them out too, though. If you want to look for bargains or prospects of other people offering better money, buy cheap, sell dear. Ooh, this is different. So you can't buy any trade good at a major port. Let's learn about prospects. The masked citizen sips their drink. The biggest port in each region has a bazaar where the captains do business. There you'll learn the people at each other's ports prepared to pay over the odds for a commodity. When you accept the commission for a prospect, it is yours. And although the captain will pursue it, and it's fantastically civilized. Their smile is droll. You'll have to source the goods yourself, of course, says the bedeviled Didact. To find a port that exports them, the client will want a certain amount, and you can supply some or all of it. But if you provide all they need, they may furnish you with an additional reward. Nice. And that's a trading opportunity. An opportunity! The host at Magdalene's needs an urgent delivery of seeds. Pretty penny too. If I were you, I'd get to this bazaar straight away. Put my mark against it. Meg grunts. Broker in Port Avon selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap. God knows why. His face has looked like it's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity! Port Avon lies to the east of New Winchester, and Magdalene lies to the west. I believe that is it. Where are we going? We can hire on some crew. Initially, the crew members are suspicious. They think you might be a journalist for the Gazette. Still, they're happy to drink on your coin. As long as the night progresses, their reserve vanishes. They'll arrive at your engine the next day to sign their papers. They come with headaches and nausea of the last of their things, and they go to their berths, ready to make for the stars again. Let's ask about the Winchester War. A slow-burning war for the Reach forms the backdrop to the daily life of New Winchester. Citizens wishing to keep up with developments in the war to turn the New Gazette. It is famously the only newspaper worth reading in New Winchester. As well as the only paper that hasn't bankrupted itself. Its quality speaks for itself. So let's read about the current political situations. Lay of the land! An assembly runs New Winchester from Victory Hall and seeks to strengthen its hand in the Reach, London's proxy. The Windward Company, however, maintain a considerable presence in the Reach. Although New Winchester is still neutral ground, tensions are mounting within and without the port. Where's my mouth? There we go. Slow-burning war for the Reach forms the backdrop of daily life in New Winchester. Citizens are wishing to keep up with developments in the war to turn the New Gazette. It is famously the... Oh, I've already read this. Haha! We try again and we search the New Gazette for your name. Your name does not appear in any of the tacti-focused reporting, and apparently you're not considered worthy of comment. And there's no mention of you in the stovepipe priest's fortunes. You're of no interest to them. Well. And we can actually do this. It's not enough to be rich, but one must be seen to be truly, lavishly, importunately wealthy. In order to retire in a mare which you wish to become accustomed, you require two things: suitable property and admiration. Cool. Let's purchase the governor's manor. A new home. Both Victory Hall and Company House oppose the purpose. The tactics wanted to preserve the house as a monument for the struggle of independence, and the company wanted left untouched for the inevitable, or so they claim, return of London rule. Your fortune and the estate agent you purchase with it overrules their objection. Some cleanup is required. Stains only expunged from the carpet, shrapnel pulled from the door frames, but the manor is yours in all its brooding neo-Gothic glory. Now what do you do with it? Oh, that's the thing. Expand your estate. Property alone is not enough. One must demonstrate purpose and intent. One is not merely wealthy, one intends to be interesting or useful, or perhaps both. Your decision to expand your estate will signal which strata of society you mean to join. Let's acquire a library of uncensored works. Oh, I can only make one. Okay, let's read them. A wealth of knowledge shall outshine even the Library of Alexandria. Acquire enormous wine cellar. You'll need an abundance of wine and superfluity of space in which to store it. Acquire a ballroom of incredible splendor. You will outdo Versailles. Your parties will be the stuff of legend. You will need to learn how to dance. And acquire a smuggler's hangout. Why not convert your estate into the perfect means of flouting the law? I am going to go with a library of uncensored works because I've already have the affiliation towards the academy. A room of one's own. The hunt for knowledge is arduous. You strain your eyes consulting the antiquarian catalogs, tear your fingers to ribbons on uncooperative bindings, and spend interminable hours haggling with booksellers. Still, you persevere, and soon your haul of treasures will arrive. In the meantime, you construct handsome library tools to hold your bounty. It is carefully lit with soft, but not so soporific lights. There is an abundance of comfortable chairs. You ensure the library is built close to the kitchens, and delight of anticipation of snacks. A scrubbed clerk begs a moment of your time. I represent Halliges, the banking house. I promise this won't take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. We hear promising things about you, Captain. Very promising indeed. And we would like to extend our service. We provide a secure solution for the storage of your assets, absolute discretion, and steadfastness into death. Into death and beyond, we only require a signature. Alright. There, it is done. I'm certain that this represents the beginning of a long, warm relationship between ourselves and your lineage. May it endure. I bid you a good day, Captain. Access your bank in the central port of any region. Ah, so this is basically the will from the original one. Let's continue with ambition wealth. Open your estate. Hold a magnificent ball to cement your status among your peers. Your estate and its lavish renovations have drawn attention. One cannot be in possession of so much wealth and remain out of society. People are eager to determine your character, your value, and how much use it to you might be as a friend. So, the hour approaches that you must open your estate to company. You have only to choose the manner in which you'll do so. Alright. Well, this will be something for our next episode. It's nice. We went through pretty much almost all of the ambition wealth line, and Now, I guess here, one sec. Let's open our estate. And we have these 3 things to try and figure out which one we'll do. So, next time, we will hopefully be going out and trying to finish out the Admiration Wealth line. Till then, I'll see y'all.